In our preliminary task, we worked on storyboarding, editing, sound and camera work. So within our task, we created a short sequence in which a person would walk, open a door, sit down and have a conversation with another person. The brief stated that we must use match-on-match action, 180-degree rule and shot reverse shots. Before filming, we had to carefully plan out what we would film in order to save time. Our storyboarding involved drawing up shots and writing specifically how to shoot them and what was involved, such as what camera angle, movement and lighting. While doing this, we had to keep in mind that when editing the film it would be smooth with no shots missing, which would therefore require refilming. There was one shot missing from our storyboard, which we found out after the editing. Between opening the door and cutting to Becky sitting down looking up, we missed out a point of view shot from Becky of Adele walking into the room. This made us think more carefully in the making of our final film. During the filming process, we learnt how and when to use tripod and handheld camera work so that it is suitable for the shot. For example, using handheld in the point of view shot and tripod used during the section of dialogue. With our filming, we realised that using handheld camera in a point of view shot was very difficult, and so using manual focus was difficult to use as well, hence being out of focus a lot. Furthermore, the framing of Adele walking to the desk does not fit with the rule of thirds for the first half of the shot, and so if we did this again, we would need the camera to pivot on tripod as if we were tracking her. Understanding this, we went on to use a lot of handheld in our film, but also we used the tripod whilst on a dolly to move like handheld but not as shaky. To edit our film, we used Final Cut Pro. We learnt how to import video and audio to cut the length of these and then fit them together to make cuts appear seamless. We also learnt how to lock a track and delete audio or video as needed. In our final film, although a lot of it is montage-like, some shots had to fit in place. We did this by cutting shots to the right length as well as the use of fading for unrelated shots like our flashbacks. In our preliminary, there were no use of transitions such as fading. All cuts are straight cuts. To improve, we would need changes in pace of editing as the desk scene is meant to be more tense from the video. For example, the footsteps as the door is opened is a repeat of the footsteps heard with the black slug. In our final film, we used this technique of adding sound recorded separately. The sound in our preliminary is very basic, mostly being diegetic except for the footsteps at the beginning. To improve a soundtrack or use of other off-screen diegetic sounds that you would expect in this office-like environment would fit, and make the environment more realistic.